This video is brought to you by Loot Anime. Looks like Loot Anime is back, and the box they sent me had this cute Astro Boy hat, a My Hero Academia water bottle, this Steins Gate t-shirt, a Battle Angel Alita figurine with a metal pin, a Ruby Scythe figurine, and the Loot Anime bookmark. The next box is apparently sold out, but if you want to subscribe to Loot Anime and see what the next box will be, just click on the link down below and use the coupon code AA15 to get 15% off your first box. So I'm sure all of you have heard the word. For many years there's been like a huge debate over online piracy and, you know, the goods and the bads of it, mostly bads, because a lot of studios in Japan are suffering whenever people resort to piracy. Japan has been trying to fight back with their copyright laws, but kept running into privacy invasion technicalities that would block them from going through with certain laws and regulations. But recently, they actually passed through a law that would ban certain sites from sharing unlicensed titles. So, KissAnime is no more. But at least that's what I hear, because whenever they say KissAnime is no more, it appears somewhere over there. So who knows anymore? Like, it just feels like, you know, with my history being on the internet, KissAnime is a roach that never dies. The world can come to an end, but KissAnime will just rise above and be all like, hey. But mostly everyone's just in the middle with this. Because on one hand, lots of studios in Japan are suffering. They do not meet enough to support their employees, and a lot of their employers just do what they can to survive. They can't even have a family to support because they don't make enough, and they just, whatever revenue they do make, they use it just to make ends meet, to pay rent and eat, survive, because too many people are pirating anime titles, and all of that revenue that could have gone back to the studios, it's not going to them anymore. But on the other hand, when we look at all of the anime that is released every year, and we look to, you know, Google to find out, okay, where can I watch it? Because when you come to my YouTube channel, a lot of the times you ask me to do the Anime Awards every year, which has me watching every single anime that is released from Japan every year. So it's me going to my anime list and Google to figure out where can I watch these anime titles. And for the longest while, like, it was pretty simple. You just watched it all from Crunchyroll. But then the streaming wars happened.
You want me to pick?
Which now you have Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll, Funimation, High Dive. Does Viz Media have one? Let's look that up real quick. Yep! Viz has their own streaming site. Just go to viz.com, they have their own streaming as well. And even here in Australia, we have our own Netflix, we have our own Hulu, we have Anime Lab. So you have like all of these subscription services that require you to pay roughly $6 to $10 a month. And there's also Amazon Prime, which I think they also have their own streaming service, but they also have renting services where you type in whatever anime you want and it'll tell you how much they will rent you the privilege to watch their titles. So when I see tweets like, just subscribe to Funimation and Crunchyroll, it's not that hard, it's just like $6 to $12 if you subscribe to both, and it's like, it's not just those sites though. You have all of these anime titles divided into different monopolies. Are you asking us to pay for all of them? Because like Netflix, Hulu, Funimation, Crunchyroll, Viz, High Dive, that's 6 services. Let's just throw in Disney Plus, because I'm sure all the Ghibli movies are going to go to Disney Plus because they have the distribution rights. That's 7 streaming sites at like, let's see, roughly $7 a month. It's like roughly $50 a month to have all of those streaming services. And even then, you're not guaranteed to have every single anime that is released from Japan. And you're gonna tell me that, like, well, not everybody watches every anime ever. True. But for people that, you know, make a living reviewing anime, not just me, like when we want to talk about the latest and greatest from Japan, we kind of have to have access to all of those titles. So that's pretty much asking any person that does have a hobby of watching every single anime and talk about it on their vlogs and blogs and whatnot to pay up all of that money, and that's like USD. And even then, like, I found myself not being able to find certain anime titles because the distribution companies don't get the rights to those titles. So I found myself, like, just Googling, like, well, where do I watch it? It's not on Amazon, it's not on Netflix, it's not on Hulu, it's not on Funimation, it's not on any of these sites. So people that were looking for certain anime titles, but the distribution companies either don't have it or their license expired, which can happen. Japanese companies only give distribution companies a certain amount of time to release it and make profit from them and then just let go of the titles, to which another distribution company can grab their hands on those, or they can renew the license, or they just give it back to Japan and they just cannot distribute. They can't make any more prints. They can't put them on their streaming sites. It's business. It's a marketing business at the end of the day. So, like, if somebody just randomly wants to watch a certain anime, but it's not there, what can they do? And do you just tell them, like, tough cookies? Buy the out-of-print DVD that's available on eBay or Amazon for, like, hundreds of dollars? Like, here's me going to Mad Men to try to find The Irresponsible Captain Tyler, which is my next anime. My husband had a copy of it, but for some reason we cannot find the first disc of the anime. So I contacted Mad Men, like, do you have this still in print? And they said no. And as I'm trying to find DVDs for The Irresponsible Captain Tyler in Australia, I'm not sure what the case is in America, but even then, American shipping to Australia will cost me roughly $20 to $30 extra, and that's USD. Convert that to AUD. Money, 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 money. Money makes the world go round.
Money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world go round.
The only thing I could really find was, like, there was, like, a copy of the anime with the OVAs for, like, $100, and then there was, like, another set that was, like, $350. And there's me that's got, you know, pay the rent, pay the electricity bill, pay for groceries, pay for transportation to work, because I still have to go to work during these troubling times. How are you all doing? So it's people just trying to stress the fact that there are too many companies with their hands on anime titles. Like, if one person subscribed to Netflix and they want to watch, like, let's say if Madoka Magica is not on Netflix. They have to run their budget so that they pay their bills, pay for their groceries, and have the essentials that they need. And their little bit of, like, joy that they can splurge on is Netflix. Like, they chose Netflix to watch, you know, Orange is the New Black and The Tiger King, etc. And there's a few anime titles there. But if they were in the mood to watch Madoka Magica, it's like, oh, I haven't watched that in years, or I've never even watched it. Let me watch it now. And it's not on Netflix. You're telling them to buy another package on another streaming service that has it. If you can't find it here, you can pay extra over on this site. And people are frustrated. They went to KissAnime because every single title was there. The only catch was the Japanese companies weren't making a dime. Like, I don't care if the streaming services have ads, or if I want to pay extra to get rid of the ads. I usually don't, because I can tolerate a 1-minute ad. Some people are just like, oh, I don't watch Crunchyroll because it has ads. And it's just like, well, they gotta make money somehow when they have a free service. I just have problems with all of these companies dividing anime so that you have to subscribe to all these other services. And they're telling you to, like, no, just keep subscribing to us. We have anime. Yeah, but you don't have the anime that I'm in the mood to watch. But we have the anime. Not to mention, you have voice actors just voicing their opinions about piracy, and it's coming off a bit elitist, a bit obnoxious. There's one from Christopher Wakehamp. I can't pronounce anything. You people should know me already. F KissAnime and the pirates who have supported them. Sign up for Funimation or Crunchyroll subscription and support the thing you love so damn much instead of stealing from creators. If you're actively stealing from anime creators, you're not a fan, you're scumbag. Dude! Chill! That's only gonna deter people away because they don't like you now. It's not just Funimation and Crunchyroll. You're only saying that because I think you actually work for Funimation. You're just like, Funimation and Crunchyroll. But there's also Hulu, High Dive, Netflix. Everyone's in the anime game. Like, whatever animes release, all these distribution companies are gonna take their, just take them and put them on their services. Subscribe to us, we have this new anime now. Not to mention, when you have Funimation have distribution rights to certain anime titles only to restrain them, because they had the rights to interspecies reviewers and decided not to dub it. That's fine. Just release it subtitled. No. They're not going to do it. So you put people in a position where they question your services because you're taking anime that they want to watch and tell them, no, you can't watch it because I say so. This is bad for you. But you have the distribution rights. Give it to someone else. No. We have the distribution rights, but we're not comfortable releasing it. You see why people have trust issues with these services. I can take my business elsewhere. Which, funnily enough, Japan released an announcement that a lot of animation studios, they may have come up with a solution to join together to one harmonious union to form a YouTube channel called Animelog or Anilog to release older titles, every single episode of these older titles, and they're just gonna keep adding to their library. For now, it's only available in Japan, but they are working within the next 2 years to see how popular this becomes to the point where they're gonna have translators and they're going to have worldwide release so that anyone around the world can watch every single title that is on this channel for free. To which more likely there's going to be ads on them, to which for this channel just take your ad blocks off, because this could be the one ultimate way to support companies directly in Japan. Like, I don't know why they didn't do this sooner. Just either have like a rental service for newer titles on YouTube and then release them for free later on when they become outdated, or just like, start from the older titles and then work your way up and just monetize it. That way, when people watch the anime on that specific channel, all of the revenue goes to those companies. Because ultimately, like Funimation and Crunchyroll, they're gonna say, by supporting us, you're supporting them. But we're supporting both of you, while at the same time, giving money to a company that changes their dubs to meet a political end, and also a company that says all of the revenue is going towards these animation companies, but they're also taking a bit of that pot and putting towards creating their own anime. So you can see with how the voice actors are behaving and the questionable integrity of Funimation and Crunchyroll, you can see why people have trust issues with who they're supporting. Ultimately, anime fans want to support the animation companies directly to Japan. But when we're in a world where all of the anime that we want to watch is divided and we have to pay to get them on different sites, there isn't one site for us to watch everything that we want. You can see why people went to KissAnime, because they could just watch it easy peasy. It was wrong, yes, but it was understandable. Not to mention, there are countries that are not able to watch certain anime titles because of regional locks. So you have countries in Europe, you have Australia, and I think certain countries in South America that are saying, okay, but what about us? We can't watch your products unless we use a VPN. Versions of KissAnime that has subtitles in multiple languages, and they're just saying like, well, tough? tough cookies. You can't watch the anime because, haha, you're born in this country. Welcome to America. I don't know. Like, this is why a lot of people like myself are in the middle. Like, we want to directly support Japan. Not these companies that are dividing anime and also possibly having questionable integrity as to what you can and cannot watch. And actually question where their money is actually going. Like, is it all going back to those companies? Like, I get it that you gotta pay for your actors and for your own bills and whatnot. But, again, Funimation is changing their dubs. Crunchyroll's producing their own anime. Everyone's trying to be Netflix. But I'm looking forward to Anilog. I want something like Anilog, where they can, all the animation companies from Japan will just band together and release every episode of certain anime titles for you to watch for free on one channel. That sounds exciting, and I am happy to support Anilog. And I hope within the next 2 years, because they said within 2 years, by 2022, there should be English translations, English subtitles, and whatnot. So that's just my take on it. I'm in the middle because, by all means, I want to support the companies directly in Japan. But at the same time, like, I look at how the streaming services are kind of splitting revenues, and we're choosing what to watch and not watch because of our budgets. So I want to know what you think about this whole thing, about KissAnime being shut down, about all the streaming services being like, oh boy, now they have no choice but to subscribe to us. And what are your thoughts on Anilog? Like, do you think this could be the hope for the next generation in streaming services for anime? Are you hopeful that if something like this were to happen, then all of the revenue that YouTube channel will make will go directly back to those Japanese companies directly? I want to know what your thoughts about this whole ordeal in the comments down below. As of right now, I am trying to watch part 5 of JoJo. There's no DVD releases for them. I think there's like a part 1 Blu-ray somewhere out there. It's just not available in Australia right now. I can watch them on streaming services like Anime Lab for now. But as for making the review itself, I'll do my best, because I don't have, like, with my first few reviews, I did buy the DVDs for JoJo. They're all nice and pretty on my DVD shelf downstairs, but I don't have part 5. I have to watch the stream and do what I can to get a copy later on, maybe to make the review. I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted on Twitter. But I also want to work on top 10 catchiest openings of anime part 2. So that's something for you guys to look forward to in the future. And coming up in October will be the Inuyasha sequel, Yasahime! Or Yashahime. I keep seeing both titles all over the internet. But thank you all so much for watching. More awesome videos will be on the way, so stay tuned to Anime America. Bye-bye. So before we end this video, I did get a few tweets related to this issue that I wanted to bring up. While this vlog was made to point out why people turn to piracy when the business selling us anime is divided and questionable, this is by no means me advocating towards piracy. Japanese animation studios are suffering due to piracy, and we need to pay for something that brings us joy at their expense. If you want to fight against piracy but have a small budget, Twitter user @LDG519 suggests subscribing to one plan for a month, watch what you want to watch, cancel the sub before they charge you again, and switch over to the next service. Seems a bit excessive to me, but I'm just trying to help out these animators working hard for us. Speaking of which, Twitter user @BlackStudio14 showed me a fundraiser aiming towards a housing system for upcoming animators that want to create anime for a living while still being able to afford their necessities. It's basically a huge building for all animators to live in and share with other animators at an affordable rate, so they can continue to work in the field that they love, that they're passionate for, while not worrying about their bills and food. These amazing animators are working hard for us, only to quit because they can't afford to be animators, and this is the result of piracy. The link to this project is in the description box down below. If you love anime, do what you can to support these amazing animators. I know times are tough, but these amazing people that work tirelessly to bring us such amazing stories and magical adventures with memorable characters that we cherish and create fandoms for, we need to help them. So if you want to support this fundraiser and help these animators achieve their dreams, click on the link down below.